The Italian heavy tanks, yeah, it's really important. Obviously, being Italian, you gotta look good on the battlefield. So I recommend a nice camo pattern like you have here with some nice colors, and keep it shine nice so you look good, and with some wax. And don't use one of those cheap rags when you're doing it. You gotta use one of those nice fluffy ones and buff it up pretty good. And you gotta when you use the clutch, make sure you don't let it out too fast, right? Because you don't want to stall. And you gotta keep the RPMs under 6,000 because if you go a little bit too high, the engine's gonna get hot, and then it's gonna overheat. You're not gonna be too happy if the tank overheats during the game. And you got a couple of choices. You could use the big gun. Big is always good, right? But that gun's a little bit, let's just say, sometimes it doesn't shoot fast enough. So you can use the little gun here, and shoot a little bit faster. But it's gonna cost you. You're gonna have to spend a little bit of credits, right? Because the ammunition is not so good. So you gotta put in the expensive stuff, and you just move in. Get the hull down and side scraping things, and start shooting, and bada bing, bada boom, you win, right? Ace tanker, it's no problem. Huh? I don't know.
That sounds good, Tony. Thanks, Uncle Tony.
And if that doesn't work, well,
Yeah.
you call up those guys at what do you call war, the gaming thing,
Yeah, wargaming. Yeah.
and you make them an offer that can't refuse. You know what I mean?
I'll take it. I'll take over from here, buddy. Thanks for you've basically summarized everything we need to know about the Italian heavy line. I finally got started on the Italian heavy line, guys. Here I am in my what is it called? The Carro d'Assalto. Carro d'Assalto P88. And I didn't like it. I don't really like this tank. Sorry, Tony, but I'm going to show you a couple of games here. This is the absolute heavenly bliss for this tank. I'm at a corner. I'm angled. I can use my upper plate angled. My armor at long distance like this is finally going to be effective. And in this particular game, I'm using the stock gun because the stock gun has higher DPM than the top gun. Top Gun has lower DPM than the Tier 6. More about that in a minute. Let's watch the game here. What am I doing? I've moved to the standard position for heavy tanks, and I'm sitting at this corner, and I've got enemies at the other corner, and I've got really good view range because I got a very good crew, and I can just pump shot after shot after shot into them like that. Now, there's two things that happen on this corner which bug me. Number one is the corner is not modeled properly. The edge of that corner is not modeled properly, so you get a lot of shots that hit the rock, even though it doesn't look like you're going to hit the rock. The other thing is there's invisible tanks there, so I'm shooting, and I'm thinking, what is going on? Are these ghost shells? They're not all ghost shells. There's tanks that appear and disappear. You notice that? There's two tigers and there's someone else, and I can just keep shooting, and sometimes they're visible and sometimes they're not visible. Now look at my view range circle. I've got more view range. I think I've got almost 500 view range. 490 in this thing with my crew and the food, spaghetti and everything. Look where they are. They're well inside my white circle. Right there. What's the distance? We're going to talk about the Italian tanks in a minute, but I got to get this off my chest. What's the distance indicator? Next time I see one here. Okay, now they're there. I just can't see them. You see that little piece of grass there? That's concealing them. That little piece of grass right there? That's concealing them. See? He's there. There he is. And he's 344 meters away. Let's just take a little aside here. He's 344 meters away. I have 480 meter view range or so. Do you know how much concealment Tiger 1 has on the move? 3%. Stationary, 6%. Take my 480 meter view range and subtract 3 or 6 or 10. Let's subtract 10% in case he's trained his crews with concealment or something. 480 minus 10% is about 440. He's 340 meters away. There, they disappeared. See that little piece tuft of grass there? Yeah, okay. That's an aside. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind while we watch the rest of the replay here, and I'll talk about the Italian tanks now. Okay, keep that in mind. 480 meter view range. Tank with 3 or 6 or 10% concealment, 344 meters away, invisible because of that little tuft of grass right there. All right, the Italian tanks. The Italian heavy tanks. I've only made it to the tier 7 so far. I haven't got to the tier 8, so I haven't experienced the auto reloader yet. You have to go through the tier 7 to get to the tier 8. The tier 7 is slow. The tier 7 is not very well armored, although I'm bouncing some shots here because my lower plate is covered by topography, and I've got my upper plate angled, and I'm at range, so that's pretty good. See, it's slow. I bounced the shot, but I did not see the guy that shot me. Now they're about 200 meters away. They just shot at me. I didn't detect them. More about that later. The tank gets 2 guns. The stock gun has higher DPM than the top gun with the same alpha, but has terrible pen on the regular round, so I'm spamming APCR like a motherfucker. The APCR round has like 198 pen, so I can do this. The regular round has like 160 pen, so I could not do that. And I've got higher DPM. This gun, when you're top tier, is much better. And it's also more accurate and has a lower aim time. Because why not? And you can grind and get the top gun so you have less DPM. Now, take a look. Remember what I said? Look, the grass that was concealing them? Have a look at it there. We just drove past it. So let me back up the video here just so you can see it. Right when we were driving past it, there it is. There's the shrub. That shrub right there can conceal heavy tanks. That shrub is 50% concealment on that corner. Well done, Wargaming. Well done. Good modeling there. It's a good thing to know that little tumbleweed provides more camo than some of the bushiest bushes in the game. Let's have a quick look at the post-game stats. Okay, ace tanker, steel wall, top gun, over 3,000 damage. With the stock gun as top tier, I had that was the best choice. I had really high DPM to work that corner, and I lost a shit ton of credits because I had to shoot APCR. And you're probably wondering, well, Klaus, what happens when you get in a high tier game and you have the stock gun with only 198 pen? Well, that's true. What do? Nothing. You suck. Well, that's not necessarily true. Actually, I have an example to show you. Here we are in a tier 9 game, and I have the other gun. The top gun, which shoots slower, but has the same alpha. The regular shell, though, is 202 pen. So you can get away with shooting regular ammo and not losing as many credits. If you don't want to lose credits, you have less DPM. Because this is a Russian game!
What the hell are they talking about there? What kind of stupid people would come up with something so stupid like that? Why don't you let me call Tony there and go send someone over there to knock some sense into these guys?
I thought you were Uncle Tony. What do you mean you're going to call Tony?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of Tonys, you know.
Yeah, but...
What do you want from me?
Okay, well, anyway, let's get on with the game here. Bottom tier with this little... I'd call this... We're serious now. Okay, the joke's over. We're being serious again. I'd call this a slow wannabe medium tank. Like, this is a medium tank, really. With the speed of a heavy tank. You don't have armor of a heavy tank. You don't have alpha of a heavy tank. You're a bad medium tank is what you are. And that's a problem because this is what happens. Since the matchmaker knows that you're technically a heavy tank, it puts another heavy tank on the enemy team to fight against you because it tries to balance the game. So you are one of these things, and the enemies get a heavy tank. If they get a T-29 or an IS or a Tiger, they have the better tank. The enemy team has the better tank because you're a medium tank, really. So any team that has a Carro is at a disadvantage, in my opinion. And that's besides the point. Okay, so what do you do when you're bottom tier in a tier 9 game? You be patient. You take shots of you take shots of luckiness like that. Shots of opportunity. And you try and pick away at them slowly without revealing yourself too quickly. If you go to any position where a heavy tank would normally play, you know, down the middle there, and try and go hull down or side scrape or bait some shots off your upper plate, you're not gonna bounce anything. Okay, you've got 100 millimeters of armor on your front plate and your turret. You're simply not bouncing any tier 8 or 9 tanks at all, ever. It doesn't really matter what angle. Even side scraping, you have fairly thin side armor, so you're basically a medium tank. But you're a slow medium tank. But you're a slow medium tank with low alpha. You're a slow medium tank with low alpha and low DPM. Oh, wait a minute. You're a slow medium tank with low alpha, low DPM, and bad concealment. So basically, you're a turd. Sorry, Uncle Tony. Okay, so what do we do in this game? We notice that there's no enemies on that little knoll over there that I was blind shooting. Why do I know there's no enemies there? Because my teammates aren't getting shot. And they're poking that ridgeline and they're not detecting them. So I'm feeling it's safe to try and move up. So just totally cautious gameplay, right? Completely opposite from being top tier. And it was just lucky in the first game that I was top tier with the higher DPM gun. Now I'm bottom tier with the lower DPM gun. I got to play it completely differently. So I'm noticing my teammate moving up, and I'm going to lumber slowly behind him. He's in a TD that's faster than me. This guy's a light tank, obviously faster than me. Well, let's see if I can do something here. I like the camo though, and I'm looking forward to playing the auto reloaders. But I was any of you guys that that like to free XP through tanks that are not that great, or this would be one of those ones to save up your free experience to get through. I never do that. I play right through all of them, just so that I know, so that I don't bullshit you guys, right? I actually play them all, and I grind through. The best I do is I turn on a booster while I'm playing. If I don't like the tank, I turn on a booster to get through it a little faster. I turned on a booster for this after about 20 games. But I play all the way through them so I can give you my honest opinion. And, oh, but wait, Claus, you aced it. Yeah, I aced it because, reasons. But how am I going to do in this game? I've only done 400 damage. I'm going to let the TD go spot for me. Oh, and he spotted someone. This is a nice tender morsel. Yes. Did I get spotted? I forgot to back up. I'm going to back up like this first. Okay. Now, I prayed to the RNG gods, and they heard my prayers. Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom. He's gone. And now he's down there. I know there's no one down there, so let's go try and make the most of this game. Let's get right in here. Now, we're winning 6-1, right? Winning 6-1. So my RNG is looking pretty good. Oh, I'm spotted. Who is it? Where is it? Who spotted me? Someone. There. That guy spotted me, you know. Bada bing, bada boom, snap. And would that shot have hit if we were losing 1-6? Well, come on. That's just a conspiracy theory. Watch. I'm going to miss this shot, right? I accidentally did some spotting assist, and now I'm feeling pretty cocky. I can't miss. Yeah, I can. But I'm actually going to do something good here. Instead of camping like a pussy, I took a chance, and I'm going to come here, and I'm accidentally getting a lot of spotting assist because I got these guys detected, and I've got teammates, and the teammates are shooting, and there's something to be said for spotting assist. Oh boy, let's back up here. Notice I'm just shooting regular ammo. I have not switched ammo. I'm going to try and track this guy. And he's going to pay for his stupidity. Now I'm going to take it to the one part of the team and take him out. Oh, you! 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 You can't win in this thing, guys. You can't win in this thing. This thing frustrated me to no end. But okay, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. RNG is smiling upon us, except for the fire in the ammo rack. Okay, we move in here. Now this is... I cannot fight an E75. And I make a bonehead move here. Okay, there he is. Now, Let him move forward and then track him. I didn't. I rushed the shot, and all I do, I get 200 and whatever 15 damage instead of tracking him in the open. Stupid, 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 Klaus. Put your Unicom hat on and think before. But it happened so fast. I didn't know what I was doing. I was confused. And now I'm scared because it's an E75, and I'm basically a one-shot. All right. Maybe I can surprise him. I can surprise him. Team? Oh, look. A teammate. Let Mikey go. Okay, Mikey's going to go first. He's going to distract these guys. They're going to turn around to face him. And I should install the zoom out mod so that I can zoom out and see which way his turret is facing so that I can cheat right now. I mean, I can enhance my gameplay experience right now. But I don't have the mod, so I have to rush this and pull like an idiot and shoot his lower plate and miss instead of shooting the side of his turret and try and save myself while this teammate is pushing me. And yeah, I should really install that zoom out mod so that I can enhance my gaming experience. I could be a better player if I if I installed that mod and enhanced my gaming experience. All right, I've learned from my mistake. Tracked. There, now I get the assist. There. Nice, huh? Huh? When you're bottom tier, if you want to ace a tank or get a lot of XP, the jokes are over again. Okay, we're being serious again. Little things to remember when you're bottom tier and you want to get high XP and maybe ace the tank or progress faster, because it's hard for you to pump out the damage. Oh, look at my teammate just backed out of the cap so we could keep playing. So nice. Thank you. Thank you. You go for damage assist. Okay, any tank can do damage assist. You can be a tier 1 tank and do damage assist. So if you can safely move into spot when you know you have teammates that are going to support you, number 1. And number 2, always go for the tracking shot, which I didn't do on D75, but I did do on that Russian tank. Go for the tracking shots and move in when it's safe to get damage assist, and you'd be surprised what a huge difference that makes. You can accidentally do 1, 2, 3,000 damage assist in a game, even with an absolute crap tank. And then you'll be better. You'll be a better player. Okay, what are we going to do here? We're going to let the object. Let Mikey go. He's going to spot, and I'm going to farm. I've pressed 2 now. I don't know why. I think because I was a little nervous fighting those bigger tanks. And I think the number 2 ammo is like 220 pen. It's not even that much more. I don't even need it. But the shell velocity allows you to hit shots and not miss. And we're going to rack a little bit more. Yeah, we got a little bit more damage there. So what do we do here? We made it over 3,000 damage. We got a little damage assist. Bottom tier, playing completely differently. And what do we end up with? Victory and ace tanker. But Klaus, you just showed us 2 ace tanker games. And you said the tank sucks. Yeah, I know. But this is the No Bullshit channel where I'll tell you those were like my 2 best games. I played 40 games. Those were my 2 best games. For each game like that, you could expect 10 games that are not that good. So on average, I found the tank really frustrating. And yeah, I showed you my 2 best games. But this isn't a sales job. This tank is just, let's just say it's not suitable to my playstyle. And I'd be surprised if it's suitable to your playstyle because it doesn't really have much going for it. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will keep grinding, and I will keep reporting back to you.